think about the Bitcoin dominance being where it is right now? Because in the past, when it's been this low, it means it's near a top.
I wouldn't use it as a top indicator. It might be a top for altcoins, but like it doesn't even seem like that either. So I wouldn't use it for anything like that, and I wouldn't use it to look at the history and go, oh, this was a top in 2017, because 2021 is completely different. So yeah, I don't think it's useful for finding tops.
You've talked before about the difference between there's going to be a parabolic blow off top. Ivor Lynn has asked if you think that there's going to be a parabolic phase, or do you think that there's like a macroeconomic shift that could take Bitcoin into a bear market? Just kind of your general thoughts about the future of the Bitcoin market and how it ties to macro.
I don't think we'll get a parabolic blow off top. And I think what we saw with this rounded top here is a sign of things to come, because the market's very sophisticated now. You don't really see blow off tops in equities. You see it in penny stocks. You'll see it in altcoins. You'll see it in Bitcoin when it was very young. But now it's much more sophisticated. A lot of money to be done taking the short side as well when it gets overheated. So yeah, I think we'll get more rounded tops. It will start to look more like the larger markets, like the equities markets moving forward. I'm not thinking, I think all these predictions of 400,000, they're contingent of a blow off top. Like this top model here, you tend to hit it on a blow off top. And so that target right now is in the 210,000. But I'm not sure if we're going to get a blow off top anymore. I'm looking at this kind of stuff, and this I mean, the FOMO in here was comparable to the FOMO in here, right? We were around, we saw it, and then we got a rounded top as the big guys started to dump and divest over a distribution top. Ruffer started selling. There was a number of people selling. We saw a lot of red dots in the whale tracking heat map, and I think that's a sign of things to come.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information, and it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
Yeah, that was also one of the biggest challenges Bitcoin's ever faced in its history, was the China Bitcoin ban. So it did shake a lot of people's confidence.
Yeah,
except for Willy Woo. Willy Woo was still confident.
Yeah, it was a very patient kind of sideways reaccumulation, wasn't it? It took ages.
What would it take for you to reduce your position at this point? There's lots of people asking that general question about, it seems like there's people that are thinking, is it going to stop? Is the bull market going to stop? And how do they tell? And what would you do?
I'm not you, right? And everyone has their own strategy and their own risk tolerance and their own ability to act with short timing. And so you should always take a long-term view, and you should always have a plan that suits you. What I do is really specific to, my job is really looking at the markets all the time. So when I see bearish phases, I'll sell immediately, because it's, a big chunk is my trade account on exchanges. And so I move to cash, and the rest I let ride, because that's my sovereign stack. And then, I'm constantly taking profits to cash, and then I'm, putting into cash yield and other investments. So I try to keep a very sort of specific portfolio, always a minimum of 10% in cash. And I said last time, that cash is for IQ protection. Like in a down market, you want to retain your sanity and your ability to think. And when you have zero cash, when the thing's crashing, you tend to lose it, and you probably find that your IQ drops, and you won't be able to have a rational decision at the bottom. It'll be emotional. So I always keep 10% in cash. The amount of exposure I have will vary depending on, the price action regime, and it swings massive. I could be like here, I was very much leveraged, and then I went to cash around here, around the time I sent out that we're going into multi-months of bear, around there. I went to cash People sometimes think I sold the top there because they think I'm some sort of, legend or something. But no, it took a while for the on-chain to go, yeah, this is screwed. And I sold to cash. But that was just my exchange account. So that's my plan. And if we start to enter any kind of phase that looks like long-term topish, I might move my cash positioning to 15%. When I say cash positioning, I mean not the cash sitting on exchange that can go back into Bitcoin at a drop of a hat.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race, you're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Markus Dahn, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Markus Dahn.